disabilities, join us on a special journey as we look at initiatives that are enabling India. The steps are making travel possible for more people and at the same time changing the framework, moving beyond disability to focus on accessibility. An enabling environment benefits nearly 46% of the population, which includes senior citizens, people with disabilities and children.
जुलाई का हम लोग करगिल जा रहे हैं कि करगिल से हम लोग अपने रेडियो का पहला ब्रॉडकास्टिंग वहां से करेंगे.
32-year-old Satish Navle, who is visually impaired, is an adventurous traveller. Based in Pune, he is currently on his fourth visit to Delhi. In the last 15 years, the radio producer has undertaken 55 solo journeys to Kashmir, Kanyakumari, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, among others.
जब मैं जलियनवाला बाग में गया था तो उसमें जो दीवार पे बुलेट कैसे आई थी, डायर ने जो फायरिंग की तब लोग अंदर लोगों का क्या हाल होता हुआ है, जो हम लोग वहाँ जाके जो महसूस करते हैं वो इन्वायरमेंट को हम लोग जो देखते हैं और यहाँ आने के बाद जब हम लोग पढ़ाते हैं या फिर औरों को बताते हैं तो उसका सीन जो बिल्कुल अलग सा रहता है. आज क्रिकेट की बात सुनिए, क्रिकेट तो टीवी पे भी देखते हैं, तब भी हर मैच में लोग 50-60 हज़ार लोग जाके देखते हैं क्योंकि वहाँ जाके उसको फील करना, इसका आनंद हम किताब में कभी भी नहीं ले सकते हैं.
There are over 1 billion people with disabilities worldwide. According to Lonely Planet, the world's largest travel guide publisher, 50% of people with disabilities would travel more if suitable facilities were available to them wherever they traveled.
You know, the thing about tourism and travel is that it's a great way for the family to sort of be together. I mean, you have a family member with a disability and persons without. And it's very difficult, especially a lot of people I know, a lot of friends of mine who have disabilities, who can afford it, prefer traveling abroad because they find that it's so accessible. And I went to the museums in Chicago and other places, and I saw so many people using wheelchairs. I saw so many children with intellectual disabilities, like everywhere. And I just thought, my God, I said, you know, are there that many people with disabilities in the United States? And it was only after that I started working in disability, and I realized that there are probably more people with disabilities in India.
See you!
A disability can happen to anyone at any time. Sminu Jindal, managing director of Jindal Saw, became a wheelchair user after a car accident at the age of 11.
I was like, she was still the last moment she was saying.
A frequent international traveller, she is a champion for the cause of accessibility. Swayam, an NGO founded by her, has worked as consultants with the Archaeological Survey of India to make World Heritage sites in Agra and Delhi barrier-free. After 8 years, she returns with us to Agra to take stock of the achievements at the historical landmarks of Taj Mahal and Fatehpur Sikri. We see braille signages and audio guides that help to explain the historical significance of the site to the visually impaired. The audio guides in different languages are very useful for both domestic and international tourists who do not understand Hindi or English. Wooden ramps have been placed to avoid permanent alterations to the heritage site. They are practical and have the right gradient for wheelchairs. It is possible to wheel around the compound and take in the beauty of the Taj. The ramps, however, only connect to the first level of the marble mausoleum. There are about 25 steps leading up to the main mausoleum, which is inaccessible to them. Sminu has enjoyed her tour.
This has been the first time that actually I went up really close. So for me, it's a very emotional moment to actually go there and see Taj once again. It's a national heritage and we all are so proud of it. I really want to thank ASI, make it accessible to all and everyone, whether it's a pregnant woman, an old person, a disabled person. Seeing such wonderful places with so much accessibility actually gives a lot of people hope, and hope is priceless. And then there is this beautiful barrier that we put which was away from the main lattice. That barrier was needed because sometimes elderly people also need support while walking. This makes India come across as a very friendly country. This is a country where we enjoy the soul more than the body.
Swayam has suggested that the Archaeological Survey of India use a hydraulic lift to make the main mausoleum accessible to wheelchair users.
It was considered long back, but because of the dimensions involved and attachments, some new intrusions were involved in that. At that time, it was not found feasible. Maybe with the new technologies, when they become sleek and less intrusive, in any way, that is going to be in the view. So the total balance of the structure is going to be hampered with that.
We had other concerns regarding accessibility. The battery-powered vans which take tourists to the Taj from the parking area do not have ramps or detachable armrests. The vans operated by the Agra Development Authority runs in the zero-emission zone which ends 1 kilometer from the Taj. There are no tactile blocks leading the visually impaired to the braille signages. Though there is a designated accessible toilet at the Taj, the ramp leading to it is steep. Worse, we found it poorly maintained, making it user-unfriendly to all, let alone wheelchair users.
You have, rightly brought it to our knowledge that they were not clean at the moment. So we will see that those agencies who maintain them, we contract them out. So we'll.
Do they charge also?
They charge.
It's
so
not,
it is good that you you brought this to our knowledge.
And this was after our intervention.
The Fatehpur Sikri group of monuments in Agra, also a World Heritage Site like the Taj, is almost fully accessible, and Sminus covers the vast expanse on her wheelchair.
So interested in this field, it's more convenient. But
While the Archaeological Survey of India works on gradually making all monuments under them accessible, many hotels are working on providing tourists accessible accommodation.
We have a ramp here. Okay.
Amit Manga, an entrepreneur and independent business traveller, accompanies us to the Lemon Tree Hotel company that is redefining the term accessibility.
Hi. Hi, good to meet you. It's a lovely hotel. Let's see how wheelchair friendly it is.
A young and award-winning hotel chain, the company has upscale, mid-scale and economy hotels. This is an accessible room in the economy brand, Red Fox Hotel.
The first sense, of course, was I noticed when I walk into an accessible room is the flooring, and that's fantastic. It's got to be wooden or non-carpeted flooring or a marble flooring, and that's very, very essential for the chair to move conveniently and smoothly. The bed height is perfect, and the most essential part is the washroom, and this was fantastic. It was large. It's got grab rails, grab bars all around. The height of the counter, the vanity counter, everything is lovely and very easy. Even the shower is a walk-in shower. It's a roll-in shower, and no step, no edges. Closet, they've got a shelf right here on the height where a person on a wheelchair can easily reach out to. It's fantastic. Many hotels overlook these little things. It's a very small thing. It's a very weird thing, but most of the hotels which have accessible rooms, they'll have 3 or 4 dustbins, fancy dustbins lying on different corners, but they all are those foot pedal ones.
Amit suggests that the chairs be traditional ones with armrests, as guests like him would feel more secure when seated in them. While the accessibility standards at this hotel are high, Amit says he's familiar with experiencing disappointment with so-called accessible hotels.
They do have guidelines, but there's no compliance, especially like in the West or the States, they have very strict compliance issues. A ramp has to be of a certain gradients, an opening of the door has to be of a certain width. There are variables here, too many variables, I think, in India.
Accessibility is an integral part of the Lemon Tree business model. About 13% of the employees, that is nearly 400 of the 3,000, are people with disabilities. Most of them are hearing impaired, and general managers in the chain are expected to learn sign language to communicate with them. The company has now started taking people who are orthopedically impaired and those with Down syndrome.
किसी को मतलब बताओ कि सर मेरे को प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, मुझे सर दर्द हो रहा है, चक्कर हो रहा है, तो सर को बताना, ठीक है?
The inclusive work policy has sensitized the staff to the needs of guests with disabilities.
If we bring awareness, I don't see why any hotel company wouldn't do this, because it makes so much business sense. You open yourself up to such a huge customer base who you were not open to.
Accessible tourism is seen as the fastest growing business opportunity in the tourism industry. In North America alone, people with disabilities spend over $13 billion every year on travel. After the break, some positive changes across different sectors.